Hello and welcome to Girl Talk. My name is Jessica Jade and I'll be your host. Today's guest is Yulisa Guzman and she is an esthetician and a brow specialist. She's also the founder of The Lovely You, which is becoming a really huge platform for all things beauty. Yulisa trains at the Christine Valmet Beauty School. I think that's what it's called, right? The beauty school. Mm-hmm. And she actually also trained with Kelly Baker, which is a celebrity brow artist, which wasn't even a thing that I knew existed. So I'm excited to talk about brows and all things beauty today. Yulisa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. So déjame saber, I want to know, what made you decide to become an esthetician and an eyebrow specialist? Because that's like very specific.
Wow. It all started like back in high school. I always messed around with wax and, I'll have my girlfriends come over. And, as the years went by, I had my brows done. And I kind of saw like the business side of it. And I'm like, you know what? I could probably really do this, One thing led to another. I went to school for it, took more trainings. And I'm here now.
So you would actually in high school, have your girlfriends come over and you would wax their eyebrows?
All the time. My mom hated it.
Oh my God.
I would have like the small microwave pots. And it was a mess all over the kitchen. And, and I kind of just kept going and kept practicing, and I kind of really liked it, and I would always do my own brows because, like everyone, I also had a bad experience.
I was just about to ask.
Yeah, all the time.
That's like my life. Like, I swear to God, that is my life. Like, every time I don't do my eyebrows often. Like, I'll do them like every 6 months or something.
That's
like
a good thing though.
Because I'm paranoid. I'm like, my eyebrows, is she gonna make me bald? Because I'm gonna tell you a funny story. When I was 12 or 13, I wanted my eyebrows to be done. Yeah. But in my family, I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican. My mom and my madrina specifically was like, no.
Oh, it doesn't go down.
She can't do her eyebrows until her quinceañera. I had to be 15.
Yep.
And me being the stubborn, rebellious person that I am, I was like, I'm gonna do my own eyebrows.
Right?
So I took a razor.
No way.
And I went like this. It was awful.
¿Y pa' qué fue eso?
My God. And I kept doing it for like 2 months. Because I was like, if you won't let me do my eyebrows, I'm gonna do my own eyebrows.
And I still hear stories like that. I hear stories like that all the time.
Girl, I look like an alien. Like all throughout junior high school, I look crazy. And so I'm like, in my life, I think about it and how lucky, teenage girls are. And you have a lot of people go to you. Like, I know
it's been
so many women that go to you to do their eyebrows.
The ball just keeps running and running and running and running. And at times I do feel like I have like Instagram in my living room, all the time.
I'm like, all your Instagram favorites have definitely gotten their eyebrows done by Yulisa.
Yes.
I've seen it. They're like, oh, Yulisa just slayed my eyebrows. Damn, another one?
Too.
I'm like, another one. And a lot of some of my friends are actually going to you now too. They're like, I booked my eyebrow session. Yes. I'm like, wow.
So just yesterday I realized that a month I see 240 girls.
Oh my
New
God.
clients. And I'm blown away myself. I have like babysitters come over and like tell their their friends, oh, I have a brown lady, and the other person's like, no, I already got my brown lady.
Like, no,
and they're talking about the same person.
Really?
They're talking about the same person. So I'm like, it's amazing.
It's like, people are, and you're really good. And I've actually had my eyebrows done by you too.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
And I was a vendor.
Which was amazing.
Yeah, and I was like, I hadn't done my eyebrows in a while. I was like, should I trust her? And
I remember that you were kind of like,
I like my eyebrows thick. I like them very with the arc. I don't like to take out too much in the middle because I'm traumatized from it. Anyway, so I'm like, when you find a good eyebrow lady though, it's like you don't leave her because it's like a marriage. And if she moves, God forbid she moves.
Most of my clients tell me like, okay, are you planning on moving? Are you planning on having any kids? Are you like in this for real? You know, are you committed?
Are you going on vacation? I need to know when.
God, vacation last year was just like, we need you to come back.
That's so funny. And I'm not surprised. It's a beautiful, it's a really like important connection, I think. Anyway, since we're talking eyebrows, what are 3 tips that you would give women to grow healthy eyebrows? Because that's a struggle.
I think that
looking crazy
all the time. And I would automatically like, now that I go places, I'm like, damn, I could really slay these brows. Like, just let them grow. You know, it's kind of like a natural thing for me. But 3 tips that I always tell my clients are just like, don't rush the process. Be patient. You know, because a lot of us, including myself, you see like a little hair and you're just like, I have a party to go to. But I tell my clients, you can have bushy brows and still make it look good. You know, you can still work with that. Letting them grow out, being patient, not tweezing or anything in between. You know, and just being consistent. No one ever believes in when I say castor oil. Castor oil is your best friend. It's like the most affordable and easiest thing to do, you know. If you are consistent with the use of castor oil, it can benefit you.
Yeah.
You know?
And she makes these cute little kits, like eyebrow kits. I love that eyebrow kit. Like I take it with me on vacation because it's like the brush, but and also the castor oil.
Yeah.
I'm like, my eyebrows are about to be, and I don't think you can't tell, but my eyebrows have really gotten thicker at the bottom. Yeah. Which is an area that I've really been like, listen, when I ever get my eyebrows, I'm like, don't even touch the bottom. Like barely even look at. I'm like, don't even look at it. Like, don't even look at the bottom of my eyebrows. Anyway, and so you also are an esthetician.
I am.
And what tips would you give women to have like glowing skin or like healthier skin?
I recently, like 3 months ago, I recently just got my license from Christine Bombay, which was an amazing experience. But as you continue to grow and as you continue to learn, it's just the basic. It's really down to what you eat, your sleep, your exercise. You know, I just recently mentioned it to a friend and I'm like, you know, skipping out on your workouts or not having enough water, you really see that, you know, and it starts from within. If you're not really taking care of yourself, if you're just all over stressing out and not taking that time out for yourself, you're gonna notice that, you know. Oils are very important, your vitamins are very important. So most important to me, rather than just recommending products and products, that is important, but it really starts with what you are putting inside of your body.
I really love that you're saying that because I think it's not only it's like also a metaphor for life, right? Yeah. Like, because we are talking about eyebrows and we are talking about our skin, so it does classify as beauty. And a lot of people sometimes think that that's kind of shallow, or it's like, oh, beauty, like who cares about that? Yeah. But the way we look makes us feel a certain kind of way.
Of course.
And it all starts in the inside.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Whether we're trying to get healthier skin, whether we want to grow the perfect brow, you know, whatever it is. And I also think about this all the time because I have a skincare line. And I'm like, I always tell my clients, I'm like, you need to use organic products if you can. But the most important thing is that you're drinking water.
Yeah. One doesn't work without the other.
That you're eating greens. Yeah. Vitamin B12, all the B vitamins. You know, like
oh my God, my clients always recommending that to me.
You need to do it.
And it's so true, you know.
You need to do it. It's the only way to really like have the skin and the hair and the
nails.
It
all ties together.
Exactly. Now, what's the number one mistake? Well, I guess you kind of covered this already. I was going to ask you what the number one mistake women are making when caring for their skin, and you touched on that. You touched on that.
Pretty much.
So tell us about the services that you offer.
So at The Lovely You, we offer services that specialize in brows. Eventually, I want to start growing out and expanding and offering more services. Like the microblading is something that I'm practicing now.
Ooh, that's dope.
Yeah, that's like the new big thing, but it's so convenient because you know, past a couple years back, the eyebrow trend was like pencil thin brows. So now a lot of women are like, my brows just won't grow.
Right.
You know, so that's when microblading comes into play. I focus more on waxing services at the moment. I also do threading services and tinting services, which is also convenient, you know.
Girl. Listen, I need to tint my eyebrows because my eyebrows naturally are dark and they're pretty full naturally, but when I fill them in, I'm like, damn.
It looks good.
I'm like, that's an eyebrow.
Yeah, a little enhancement always is convenient.
I'm like, that's an eyebrow I can be proud of.
Yeah,
but if I tinted it, I wouldn't even have to do that.
Exactly.
Nice.
You can skip that. You know, for 1 or 2 weeks, you can totally skip that. And it's great if you have an event, if you're on vacation, anything like that.
I love that. I need to do that. I saw that. I was looking at your services the other day because one of my girlfriends was like, I just booked me. I'm going to tint my eyebrows. I'm going to do this. I'm like, tint your eyebrows.
That's what's going on. My clients are so loyal that every single time that I have one of them on the chair, I have to say, I appreciate you so much. And I am thankful because they feel such joy when they come over that they just keep talking about it and posting, telling their friends, you know, and that's why I've grown so much.
That is,
you know, and you can't forget, you know, the work and the word of mouth that they put in.
and that's one of the most underrated forms of revenue.
Yeah.
And I know that as a business owner myself. Like, people talking about how great your services are.
Yeah.
That's it.
I always say to myself, you cannot leave out of this service like just like, oh, okay, my brows.
Yeah.
It has to be 100% or nothing. Like, I would give it my all, you know, and it's just that I'm passionate about what I do, and I see that it's not only about your brows, but more of the connection that I'm making with you and the way that my clients are feeling. And that fills me up with so much joy.
And it's funny that you talk about that. I was going to ask you, we all know outer beauty isn't everything, but what feelings and emotions do you think these women feel after getting their eyebrows done and they look great? Or
my God, it's amazing just to see how, I don't know, it works vice versa. If you look good on the outside, you feel good as well. And if you feel good in the inside, that will come out, you know, as well. So it works together. But my girls are just like confident and, yeah, I'm going to let them grow out, Julissa, and I'm going to use this, you know, and you see that, you know, and I also take that in. So it's something so beautiful because it makes me feel proud of my work. It makes me feel like, you know what? Like I'm growing, and finances are getting better and stuff like that, but to me it's more than that. It's fulfilling. You know, like
it's like an energy exchange.
Yes, totally.
Like that's what I was gonna say too. Like when I get my eyebrows done and they look really good.
Yeah, you freaking
confident.
feel good.
Like, you feel good. You're like, damn.
All my girls tell me I have to go out tonight. Somebody better take me out. You know, like I'm going out. I'm going out for drinks or something. So
somebody has to see me in these eyebrows.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that about them.
So what kind of impact do you want to leave behind on the world?
You know, just believing that even if you don't have it together, you can start something if you are consistent, if you are passionate about your craft. You can grow, you can impact people, you can reach people and put people on. Yeah. You know, it's not just, I went through a rough period, you know, it wasn't always like, oh yeah, I do brows, I see 60 clients, you know, and all this stuff. You go through the down moments where you're constantly doubting, constantly comparing yourself. And, you know, if you just are dedicated and about your stuff, you can make anything happen. And I see clients as well that sometimes are like, oh, you know, like I have it rough, I have kids, and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, girl, learn a trade. Yeah. Master that. And get out there because you will succeed.
I love that. That's such a great message to leave us with, because I think that, you know, a lot of us, especially as women of color, we we tend to feel like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Or like we're not good enough. Or like
all the time.
a specific lane isn't for us. You know?
Or,
Like even me.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, like even me, like I'll be like who the hell am I to give people health coaching advice? You know?
Yes, like I'm going through my own shit.
Right.
But that's where your power is at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's where
a lot of
at.
us are afraid to tap into that vulnerability and authenticity and be like, listen, I'm going through this with you.
That's where the connection happens when you get to share those vulnerable moments that we all have. But in Instagram, you know, it's only like
highlights.
You know, oh, here's my studio, here's this, I see this many clients, and I'm doing it big. No, when I sit a woman down in my chair, we talk about their hardships as a mom, as a working woman, in relationships. You know that I go through that too, and they sit there and I get to listen to them, but they also, you know, give me advice. Julissa, look, this will work for you, do this. It's something so beautiful, and that's the most important thing that I would like to leave behind, you know.
That's beautiful. I love that. This was great. Where can we find you?
As you all know, we have Instagram at The Lovely You, and my website, thelovelyyou.com.
Perfect. And I'm going to put all of that down here.
Yes.
Julissa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I can't wait for people to see this episode because, as I mentioned, people have this stigma that like anything revolving beauty or eyebrows or skin is superficial and that it doesn't have value. But this conversation has value. And the services that you provide are giving women the opportunity to feel a sense of community, a sense of sisterhood, and a sense that they have someone. You're not just the brow specialist, which you're good at, but you're also a friend and a sister and someone that they can confide in.
Yeah. And that's something so beautiful. I'm glad that I can add a little bit, just a little bit, to make everyone stay better or to ease, you know?
And you really, really do.
Thank you
for that.
Thank you
for
so
coming
much.
on the show.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it.
You're welcome. And thank you for watching Girl Talk. I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.